Hello, Fatmir.
Hello, Chris. Welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you.
How was your journey?
It was great. We came by the lagoon. It was beautiful. About a 2.5-hour drive from Tirana.
I'm so happy for you. You managed to see our lagoon. It's nice.
Yeah. And the first time I've seen a solar park. So this is my first experience of such a kind of installation. It's amazing.
Yeah, we'll do the best you to enjoy your visit in here.
You're going to give me a tour, I understand.
Definitely.
Great.
Definitely. It's my pleasure.
Great. Looking forward to it.
Okay.
As we go, why don't you tell me a little bit about
please.
your background, how long you've been with Voltalia, and what you did before.
So my background actually is electrical engineering.
Okay.
I joined Voltalia 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I joined Voltalia when they were about to start construction of Karavasta PV plant. Okay. So we started with communication with communities, and then with final design, and then with preliminary works, and then selecting contractors. And our site is more or less 200 hectares. Okay. Wow. And we have an overhead line as well, almost 20 kilometers with 51 towers. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And is this the only solar park in Albania, or are there others?
No, there are others, even though they are smaller. So for the moment, we are the biggest in the Western Balkan.
And obviously, we're here to kind of talk about the security as well at the site, and ARB Security, your provider. Great to meet the staff. Hello, nice to meet you.
Yes. How is our relation not only to security? We will say to every contractor. Okay. Specifically with ARB Security, we found common background. As I mentioned to you in my induction training, that Voltalia has its purpose: improve global environment and foster local development. So foster local development is a key point in our purpose. As well, I'm a health and safety manager in this department, and we promote culture of care in regards of agency, but not only that. Okay, so we found common background with ARB Security, so they do apply the same standards that we apply. They have the same approach that we request from our cooperator contractors. And by the end, Voltalia, it's not only me and my colleagues are all involved, communities, ARB Security, other contractors and stuff. So working specifically with ARB Security has been very joyful journey because we share same purpose.
Well, that's great to hear. And ARB have been, they joined ICOCA in 2020, and of course they are aligned to the ICOCA standards, which are aligned to yours as well. And so I think it's a kind of a harmonious win-win for all three.
Definitely, it brings value to what you do. Voltalia, its purpose is not to construct the PV plant, but also how to contribute to local communities and to our cooperators. So we provide more jobs for local communities. We improve further their lives. So this plant will be here for 30 years. So it will be their plant. It's not only Voltalia one. So
well, it's nice to meet you, and I'm sure we're going to be having more conversations.
Yeah. So please.
Thanks.
Let me show you a bit about the site. Yes.
And the rain has stopped, so we're in luck.
Yeah, we're in luck. Okay, so yeah, you will see the site in here. Correct. We maintained during pre-phase of construction, and operation maintenance phase. Be excellent. Meet every day, every actions with Voltalia purpose, and care about environment, foster local development, culture of care, not only in health and safety, environment, sort of aspects. So they have become our daily. As you may have seen also in the previous interviews, okay, you have seen people, we manage to convey such purpose, such values also to them, okay, and we are happy to see them now visible. Okay, this is real change.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit as we're walking around and looking. You say it's how many hectares?
200, almost.
200. Okay. Yeah. And so if we look as we were driving in, past the lagoon, there's a lot of agricultural land. When you come from Tirana, it's very built up, and it's about a 2-hour drive. And as you get further and further away from the capital, and once you're here, it's purely agricultural land, most of it. But there are obviously communities living around, and so with a 200-hectare site, going back to kind of construction and even pre-construction phase, tell me about how the company engaged with the community, and if there were any kind of issues about land or access, what those were.
This is a clear example of implementing culture of care and foster local development. Even though we constructed panels in here, doesn't mean that we prohibited local shepherd and local shepherd to use this land. Already we have implemented, and this is the second year, local shepherds, they bring their sheep in here for grazing, and we do it periodically depending on the seasons, okay? And there are almost 400 sheep grazing, and maybe we're going to increase it. And that has both benefits, okay? It supports the site to maintain under control the vegetation, and also it facilitates the shepherds, to continue their daily routine. So definitely there was some, during the construction phase, we have seen a bit increasing of traffic due to delivering, okay? However, we manage on controlling and on educating drivers, keeping under control the traffic, listening every moment the local communities, okay? Not only daily, every moment. You know, every person that contributed here, we considered him as Voltalia ambassador. No need to get in the bureaucracy, just contact one of our contractors or Voltalia, and immediately the issue will be cascaded, to the adequate people. So we are happy that we contributed on that, and we have seen support from local communities as well.
And my understanding is that this really also extends to the security contractors, to ARB Security, that they're also acting as ambassadors, of course, for ARB Security, but also Voltalia as well. I guess they wear three hats in a way, because they are they're community members, and so they're representing their own community as well as the company. So how has that worked in practice?
Brings both beneficial, again, meets our purpose and our missions. So we are happy that we have hired local communities still. You need to know that they were hired during the construction phase, they still continue during operation maintenance phase. So consider they are our eyes and ears on local communities, okay? Brings ideas bring concerns of community to us in an easier way, okay? So we can contribute further to improve local. We have seen this as both beneficial.
And from a security perspective, here at the panels, it's a pretty impressive array.
Yeah.
Now, I notice it's all fenced.
Yeah.
But is I don't know, theft from the community an issue here?
No. I'm happy. I'm glad to say that nothing happened. Once you put this investment as a valuable to community, it's community first that needs and protected. So that's why we are happy and glad to see that we are now gathering all this effort we have done before construction, during construction. So this is an amazing example, a remarkable example that has to be followed.
Well, this is our first kind of engagement here in Albania in the renewable energy sector. ICOCA has one of its 5 strategic goals up to 2030 is on just transition. And so the energy transition we know is going to be a key issue going forward, both in terms of minerals extracted for electrification, but also, when you look at renewable energy use as well, like the solar park, it's on land. And in some contexts that can it really cause conflict with communities that are already living and existing there. But we really believe that the ARB model and the Voltalia model that you have been working on can be an example for other renewable companies around the world. As I said, it's a really fascinating example of a community-based security model, as ARB have written it down, and how we are documenting it and hoping to share it with our other member companies, and more broadly with their clients, with other clients, with not just renewables companies, because the issues when it comes to land and access are the same whether it's a mining company or a renewables company. And so I think this community-based model, where your contractors are recruited from the community, they know the community, they're able to share issues before they arise or turn into issues is really important. So we're super grateful for the opportunity to be here.
Yeah.
And
We're happy.
Yeah, and it's an amazing site. I hope we were able to kind of capture it on the video. It really is a park, quite vast. Are there other plans for more projects in Albania?
Yes, we have another in Durrës, okay, close to the sea again, okay, so in Durrës.
Okay.
And I'll be happy to show you as well that one.
Well, I'll be looking forward to come back and
Yeah, why
seeing
not?
how that goes.
Why not?
Great. Well,
Yeah,
thanks
yeah.
so much.
Thank you, thank you.
And I really appreciate the opportunity to visit.
I appreciate it as well for
Okay.
coming here and receiving you.
Great, thank
Great,
you.
thank you.